So I want to talk to you guys about Measure E from a purely financial standpoint. Let's get the emotions out of it. Let's talk about how it's going to affect our pockets. Now, none of us really like the idea of spending more money on property taxes. For me personally, I'm going to spend about $700 more every year once Measure E passes. But the way I look at it is I'm paying $700 more a year. The flip side of that, though, is I'm going to gain a lot more business that's going to more than offset the $7,000 in 10 years cumulative had Measure E not passed. Now look at it from a practical standpoint from a Park Street merchant. If we were to consider Alameda High School, if it were to get consolidated and become the super junior high, imagine all of our retail merchants, restaurants, sandwich shops, pizza shops, that are going to be impacted every single day without that high school crowd. Can you imagine if you're a Park Street merchant that has a restaurant, what will happen if your high school crowd goes away for lunch? How many of you will remain in business in 5 years? That's exactly what will happen if Alameda High School goes away. Now, as a homeowner, you could also imagine we're going to spend, what, $300-400 more a year because of Measure E? That hurts. It really does. But if we look at it from a 10-year standpoint, imagine if it's an investment vehicle. Let's look at Piedmont compared to Rockridge. Both have beautiful homes, both have beautiful lots, neighborhoods, but you can see the property value of Piedmont compared to Rockridge. The one difference is the school. The schools are much higher quality in Piedmont compared to Rockridge. So those property values are $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 more. But what I'm thinking, and from my standpoint as a business person, purely financial, is this. We need to pay money for Measure E, and no one likes that idea, especially at these times. But imagine what we'll lose if we don't say yes to Measure E. Return on investment is what we need to look at, and we need to make sure that we keep our schools intact and the quality as high as we can, purely from a financial standpoint.